Good afternoon. Really glad you're here and happy New Year's Eve. What a remarkable story we have to share as we close 2024. In a year filled with amazing medical advancements, Sheikh Shaboot Medical City has successfully delivered quintuplets. Yep, 5 babies. Just 25 weeks of gestation. It's a rarity occurring in one and only 45 to 60 million pregnancies. And joining us today is Dr. Seoud, Chair of the Obstetrics and Gynecology Department at SSMC, to discuss this groundbreaking accomplishment, the teamwork behind it, and of course, how mummy and babies are doing. Congratulations, Dr. Seoud. How are you?
Thank you. How are you? And thank you very much for having me
My pleasure.
on Dubai Eye.
What an accomplishment. Tell us a little bit, if you wouldn't mind, a little overview of this extraordinary case. What does make quintuplet pregnancies so rare and so complex?
Yeah, this mom already had 3 babies, and actually she was trying to have twins. So she was having what we call an ovulation induction, getting injection to have more than 1 eggs. Unfortunately, she ended up with 5 babies, and she came to us a bit early. After that, we diagnosed her to have 5 fetuses inside. They were all alive. And in the UAE, we cannot do anything else except following her up.
Mhm.
So we kept following her up till when she was about 5 months, which is 20 weeks. And this is where the stomach started getting really big. Her tummy was getting fast and big. And our problem with quintuplet is that when the uterus starts growing fast and big, it doesn't know that it has 5 baby. All it knows that it's big and it's time to deliver. And that's why many of them go into what we call preterm labor. So this lady starting 20 weeks, she was starting to have pain, crampy pain, and she was getting really uncomfortable with the size of her tummy. So we ended up admitting her once at 20 weeks, monitored her, sent her back, and then finally admitted her when she was about 6 months, 24 weeks. And she was really not in a very good shape because her tummy was so big, she was having trouble sleeping. She couldn't sleep flat. She had to sleep almost sitting. And then she was having edema of her leg. Her leg were swollen like what? She couldn't even move. And we were really afraid of the complication. You know, when they have these multiple pregnancy, they can go into preterm labor. They can have high blood pressure, what we call preeclampsia, or toxemia of pregnancy. They can get clots. And then when they deliver, they can get hemorrhage because the uterus won't contract very well. And more importantly, we're really concerned about the baby not delivering them prematurely.
Of course, of course. So was it 25 weeks that the 5 babies were delivered? Is that about right?
Actually, we kept her till she was at the end of 25 weeks, 26 weeks, when it was in Ramadan at iftar time. Actually, it was like 4 o'clock, and she went into labor. So it was on a Saturday afternoon, when the crews in the hospital are usually thin, and it was Ramadan, it's a short day. So we really had to, before that, we did a lot of what we call training.
Okay.
We kept on what we call training for all the staff to be ready during the delivery. We needed the pediatrician because we needed 5 team of pediatrician for each baby. So that's 25 people. In addition to at least 3 or 4 anesthesiologists, our OR team, our nurses. So we did about at least 4 or 5 mock trials on about 45 of our staff to be ready on call. And unfortunately, it happened on a Saturday. But within 1 hour, all the 45 people were ready in the operating room. And we had given her steroids to improve the lung maturity for the baby so that when they are born, they don't have a lot of problem breathing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we delivered her by C-section. And she had 2 boys and 3 girls.
Wow.
And their weight, their weight varied between 588 grams to 810 grams, and in between. One of them was the smallest, 588. The rest weight between 700 and 810 grams.
I can't even begin to imagine the choreography required in that operating theatre. As you said, 45 medical professionals involved in delivering these 5 babies. I mean, that's like a ballet. I've heard about F1 teams literally hiring ballet companies to help them with their choreography of getting tires on and off. But the fact that you did, 5 trial runs.
Trained.
That's incredible, Doctor.
We did trial runs, and then what we did at Sheikh Shakhbout were different because our labor ward has 2 operating rooms within the labor ward. So the whole corridor, the 2 operating rooms were staffed with these what we call resuscitator. Mm-hmm. Each resuscitator had 5 people around it so they can manage this baby because they need help when they are born.
Sure.
And under the direction of our CEO, Dr. Marwan Ka'bi, and our CMO, they really helped us, Dr. Abdeladir Mus'abi. They really gave us all the things that we wanted to make this success. And we didn't announce it until they were really intact survival. And that's the important thing at 26 weeks. Many babies are born, but they end up with all kinds of defect. They have problem with their eyes, with their lung, neurologically, they are not very good. All these babies had intact survival. And that's why they are really unique, because we have one of the best NICU in the whole region, not only in the UAE. Our NICU is really fantastic, head by Dr. Zidghali. Fantastic NICU.
That follow-up care for mum and for the quintuplets, as you say, from NICU upon delivery to making sure that they're able to go home, if not big bouncing babies, but certainly bigger than 580 grams. So the family's doing well now. How's mum recovering? She's now a mum of 8. My God.
You can imagine it was really a trauma for us to tell her she has baby. But over the 6 months that she got accustomed to the idea. We tried a lot to get her a lot of support at home. Out of 3 babies now, you have 8 babies. And this small baby needs a lot of care. Luckily, we just heard from the court, from Prince Mohammed and Sheikha Fatma, that this lady is going to get a lot of support. So this is really very good because this is one of the rare events. And, just getting these diapers, getting the milk, getting everything is really a big toll on the family.
I'm sure.
But I'm sure the UAE is stepped up and they got all the help they need.
Well, an absolute credit to you, Dr. Seoud, and the team there at Sheikh Shakhbout Medical City. It does raise interesting questions that I would like to visit on a future show about medications in terms of that ovulation, because when a mum's safety is compromised, I think it does take an ethical clinic to be making decisions. So thank you so much for sharing this. Congratulations to the whole team there, and of course to mum now and 5 babies. I have to say, I struggled with one at a time.
Yeah.
I can only imagine the logistics at bedtime. So, Dr. Seoud, thank you for being with us today, and Happy New Year. You can thank anybody.
Can I thank my team, led by Dr. Rabi' Shaheen? He's really one of our high-risk specialists. He did a fantastic job. Our labor ward did a fantastic job. Everybody did really a good job, especially the administration was very supportive, especially led by Pure Health.
Well, thank you for bringing this to our attention, and congratulations to everyone involved. A team of 45 medical professionals to safely bring those babies. My goodness, 4001 with your reactions to that story. It's Afternoons with me, Helen Farmer.